Good afternoon, Yu-Gi-Oh players. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the whole set of limited over collection heroes. For that, I finally dropped the last few rest of the full art cards for the archetypes of the protagonists. And today was the last one was the Dark Magician spell card. And we're gonna go over every single one of the artworks and some of the card informations of some of these cards. And probably just it, really, because they finally dropped the last card, and now we know every single card that will come to the TCG also, and that they're all full arts. And I don't know if it's just the first fuse or the whole full arts will have Grandmaster rarity, but right now we're just seeing the Dark Magician and some of the other cards. But we're finna get into the all the rarities and the rest of the other card that have been showed. So let's get into it. The first one is Dark Magician Servant, I think it was. Dark Magician of Servant. This card here is the Grandmaster card, and I think all 36 must be Grandmaster if I'm correct. I got the information somewhere here. Yeah. 18 of the Prismatic Secret Rares becomes Overframe cards. 18 of UR cards are new Grandmaster rarities with serial number. 18 of the UR cards have a Overframe card. Yes. So if you don't want a serialized number, well, you should want the serialized number, but if you don't or you don't get the chance, don't worry. You still got two opportunities of getting full arts. You got a chance of getting Starlights full arts and UR full arts. Ooh, UR full arts. If you don't know what UR full art look like, it's I've got to have this one pulled up, but it is over here like this. This is a Starlight and ooh, this is a UR. Ooh, yeah, so this is a UR full art, just like regular. Probably more foil on this, and then we get to the Starlight, and you can see the comparison, the differences. You know, it still be a full art, the same way how the Starlight is and the Grandmaster rarity. So you got, and you can see like the foil, and again, it probably because of the camera angle, but once the um some content creators or the Japan YouTubers, when they open this set, you will see how they will look in hand. And I think there's another card. Yeah, you can see like a little you are shining with this too. Yeah, the Darkness Girl new card, and then yeah. So Grandmaster rarity, all of them, all 18 are Grandmaster rarity. Even the Dark Magician card and the Gaga Girl you seen. So Dark Magician Servant. This Dark Magician right here is ooh, what is that? This one have a good effect for Dark Magician decks. This card becomes Dark Magician while on the field and in the grave. That's good, especially with the new Dark Magician support. You can only use one of the following effect of Dark Magician, Pharaoh Servant, per turn. Once that turn, you can reveal one spell card in your hand and special summon this card from your hand. Then you can set one spell or trap that emission Dark Magician from your deck. Quick effect, you can discard one spell and destroy all spells and shut your opponent control. So a quick effect, Harpy Feather Duster, cool. And you also get a spell card. So you could get one extra spell and then summon Dark Dark Magician of Destruction. You get another spell trap card or probably I think you get Magician Rod. So that's good for this card. And I do love the Grandmaster rarity on this card and the Starlight rarity with it. And the stars are nice. Brighten up, looking nice. Uh, Definitely want to chase this. Can't wait for it to come to TCG. And then we're gonna get into the next one. It's multiplier. Now this, uh, it's cool, but I think it could have been a little more better in a way. But it's still a good card in a way because when your opponent activate a monster effect or an opponent monster declare attack, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect of multiple Karibo once per turn. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field or during damage time, battle damage, excuse me, when an opponent monster attack quick effect, you can add to your hand a special summon one Dark Magician or one monster with 300 attack or 200 defense, basically a Kariba card or this one from your deck or grave. Then you can change that monster attack to 0. That's pretty good. So again, kind of decent. Not too crazy, but it's decent. Will be used. It can be used. About 1 or 2 copies in a deck if you really want to use it for Dark Magician support. And then we go to the new card for today, the new Dark Magician Girls, well, Dark Magician spell card. And this is a quick play spell. That's nice. A quick play spell. We need it. You can only activate a card with this card name once per turn. Each player can special summon one Dark Spellcaster monster from their hand or deck. Then, if your summoning monster original name is Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, you can add one spell or trap from your deck to your hand that mention Dark Magician. What's that? Example: Dark Magician Curtain. Also, the summon monster cannot activate their effect this turn. So I don't think do it. And that's nice artwork. Oh, I didn't see that in the background. The darkening curtains. Okay. So it's not a bad card. Just like a dark curtain, but with a quick effect. That's good. So now we finished with Yuki card. Now we're going to GX, Jaden Yuki's. And may I say, heroes are definitely going to be in the meta. It's going to be in the meta. I don't care what anybody say. Especially these hero cards, these are super polarization cards. And they are crack. Especially this one. Favorite hero, Shiny Flare Wingman. One future monster plus one face-up monster on the field. This card is also treatable as a element hero card. If this card is supposed to summon from the extra deck, you can shuffle 5 monsters from your grave into your deck, then draw 2 cards. And if you do, this card gains 1,000, and you can only use this effect of favorite hero once per turn. If this card is short a monster by a battle, effect damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. So it kind of kept its effect just to do damage. That's every wingman effect. But it gains that one spell card, heroes. I think favorite heroes. I think it is. It's something hero spell card. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Yeah, fifth hero. No, fifth hope. My fault. Fifth hope got kind of the same effect, but this one is totally different because I'm glad it did say 2 cards. Because this one says tag 5 element hero cards in your grave, shuffle them in your deck, then you draw 2 cards or draw 3 cards instead. if you had no other cards on your field in hand when you activate the effect. So if you didn't, with this spell card, Fifth Hope, you tag 5 element hero cards in your grave and return them, you draw 2. But if you don't have no cards on the field in your hand, then you draw 3. So yeah. I think his effect is balanced still, so that's good. Still balanced. But this card is actually good and easy super polarization. Right now, I'm telling you, Konami is making they probably like more super polarization monsters in the future, probably with favorite heroes or even with starting Venom. But heroes are definitely getting buff, and I already saw a video of a hero video, and oh my gosh, literally some of the support came in clutch in a game he was playing. I think on MP Pro. Literally, this hero support came in clutch, and I'm like, yo, he finna pass or something. No, this hero support, Shining Flare Wingman, the Wingman, and the Karibo came in clutch. And so, yep, the Karibo, this Karibo right here, Wing Karibo with Star Turret, level 10. This Karibo is, I wouldn't say crazy, but it's crazy for heroes. Can you reveal this card in your hand, pay half your life points, add polarization spell or fusion spell from your deck to your hand. If you do, shuffle this card into your deck. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for hero monsters. During your opponent turn, if your life points are 1,000 or less, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest attack amount on the field they control. Your choice if tied. You can only use each effect of Kribo once per turn. So the fact that this got 2 kind of different effects, because obviously if you're playing this in a hero deck, you got two effects you want to use. You can use the polarization effect to get a polarization spell or any fusion spell, mainly super polarization for this deck too. Uh, and then if you want to, you could special summon this and then burn your opponent life points too, because it says, is it original attack or just in general? Yeah, equal to the highest attack. So what you could do, if you want to be petty, hit your opponent with a Nibiru, and then you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest attack among the monster they control. So you can Nibiru their field, Nibiru their field, have less life points, and then pop this on the field and burn them for minimum. If you got a hero field and your opponent got like a Draco Tail field, you could probably burn them for like 10k. Minimum 10k or 9,000 damage with this card. So that's this Kariba card is nice. It's nice. It's cool. It's cold. I ain't gonna lie. Mainly, it's probably good for hero decks. And then, oh my gosh, Mr. Mr. Arm Farmer himself. They know they were doing this. And by the way, like I said, 18 cards are Grandmaster rarity. These full arts, 18 of them, and he is one of them. Oh my gosh! Favorite hero, Flame Wingman. I know he gonna come. I know he was gonna pop up because you can't just have Shining Flame Wingman without a Flame Wingman card. And guess what? Just like the anime, well, kind of like anime, you need him to summon Shiny Flare Wingman, but in modern games, you don't. But with his effect, the material is 2 monsters with same type but different attributes. Keep in mind, it did not say on the field. You could use this. You can summon this from your hand or on the field. This card is also treated as an enemy hero card, the same way how the shiny flare, and you can use first and second effect of this card each per turn. That's W. When an attack is occurring involving this card with a monster of 2200 or more attack, you can make this card gain 1000 attack points. Then you can special summon one level 4 or lower monster from your hand in defense. Keep in mind, what is that? Then you can special summon one level 4 or lower monster from your hand in defense. It don't say heroes. So you can summon any monster that is level 4 or lower from your hand. And this is the battle phase. You can do that. That's good. Okay, at first I thought it says heroes, but it don't. So that's good. This is a good effect. Well, it depends on what deck you're running with this card in your deck. Mainly, it not just heroes, because this is a superposition, and this is a good superposition that you want to have your deck, not just heroes, but in some decks, because this is a let's see, yeah, I'm finna get into the second effect, and this is why this is like not just for hero decks, because Konami said they are making this set too, this set and other sets. You can use these cards not just for the architect, for other decks too. So let's go for Dracotales and Brandon. And the second effect is if a monster was destroyed by battle. Yeah, if a monster was destroyed by battle this turn, quick effect, you could fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from hand in field. So you could potentially, for example, for heroes, you could use this, change into the favorite hero, shiny flame wingman, return 5 cards and draw 2, or with how Dracotel is just returning with the fusion monster return cards from the grave, and then you can return some of the Dracotel cards, not monsters, but monsters and spells to your deck to draw 2. And you can keep on fusion Dracotel. You can return some, not Dracotel, Fallen too. Some of the Fallen or Brandon cards you can return to your deck. That's still a good card to do with favorite hero and Flame Women. Flame Women, you can attack and then fuse again. And oh, by the way, you can really confuse with anything. Because again, this count as an enemy hero, and it still got Flame Wingman in his name. So if you want to summon what's that card name? Enemy hero, what? Shining Neos? Am I correct? Is that correct? Yeah. Enemy hero, Shining Flare Wingman. Yeah. One enemy hero Neos, a wing, and one Wingman fusion monster. So any Wingman, even the Shining Flare, favorite hero one. So uh this card, this card right here, favorite hero, Flame Wingman, this is a W. This is a W for hero decks at least. Because after battle phase, if you got Neos on the field or in your hand, and your opponent still got like some back rows or something on the card field, you can use this effect after you destroy a monster or any monster destroyed. It don't have to be with this monster. If you got enough tap points to destroy it, use another monster to destroy it. And then this and plus Neos to summon enemy hero Shiny Neos. For every different attributes, I think on the field, right? And you just destroy everything on the field. hold up, let me be specific. It don't destroy everything, but you can choose up to that amount of different attributes. So potentially, if you have 3 attributes, if you summon the Shiny Neos, you could pop 3 cards. So you have potential chance of destroying your opponent monster, refusion again during the battle phase, summon the Shiny Flare Neos, activate his effect, pop the cards off the field, and then attack with the Shiny Flare Man, and he gains 300, right? 300 or 100 for every hero. Yeah, it gained 300 for each monster in the grave. So yeah, this card good for heroes and good for meta decks. Now we get into Yusei's cards. This one I like because of the wings of the full arts. Look so ooh, yeah, look nice. And then this effect is kind of good for like synchro decks. Any synchro, not just Stardust or Yusei's, every synchro deck. Stardust was Victim Solitude or Solitude. When your opponent activate when your opponent activate a card or a effect in response to your cards or effect actions, quick effect, you can tribute this card and negate that monster effect. My apology. Negate that opponent effect. So it could be monsters or spell. And if you do, destroy that card. If a monster in your possession was tribute this turn, quick effect, you could banish this card from your grave, special summon 1 Stardust Synchro Dragon, Synchro monster from your deck. Extra deck, my fault. So if I do this means I don't think it's limited to certain Stardust. Probably just a starter dragon or hopefully was it SL Stardust 2 I could summon? But it's still a good effect because you can only use each of the effect Stardust, Victim Solitude once per turn and cannot activate it more than one in the same chain. So, yeah. I mean, if you want to, you could probably run this in Brandon because there's a tuner Brandon card too. And you could also just run it in any synchro decks. Rare Arch you could probably run this in a Rare Archfiend deck, but the negation is still good. It's not limited to certain stuff. Cause the Stardust, you have to be, I think, target monsters and stuff effects. This is just when your opponent activate a card or effect in response to your card. So uh I say Nibiru count in this and Ash maybe and affect Velar and probably other certain card that target like if you activate a card with your monster effect or your any spells or trap effect and somebody try to negate it, this Stardust will negate it. And then if a monster you possess was on tribute this turn, you could quick effect, you could banish this card from your grave and special summon one. So this is still again, some of these cards are not just for certain cards. This is for, you know, every deck. You can try using it if you really want to. So I like to start this. And then we got Junk. Oh, Star Junk Synchro. They just put a star in front of it. uh Tuner monster. For a synchro summon, you can substitute this card for any one synchro tuner. You can only use each of the following effect of Star Jump Synchron once per turn. If this card in your hand, you could tag one level 2 or lower monster in your grave and special summon this And if you do, you can if you do special summon that monster, but negate its effect. So this is almost like the original Jump Synchro, but you could special summon this also. So you can special summon this, and you can also bring out the monster in the grave and negate its effect. So this is an upgrade from the original. The original, you have to normal summon it. So you take it up a normal summon to special summon something else. So this is a good upgrade. And then the effect negate. Also, you can't special summon from the extra deck as for the rest of the turn except from synchro summon. Um, Obviously this is for a synchro deck, so I really don't expect people to use fusion and other stuff. So you can banish this card from your grave. Junk Warrior you control cannot be destroyed by opponent cards effect this turn. That's good. And there is some junk cards, junk synchro monster that's Junk Warrior that need this, and that is good. So start junk synchro, great upgrade, definitely needed for a synchro deck and tuner deck. So amazing. And this card right here, oh my gosh. When I say people complain about Ash and everybody say ban Ash, when I say, do you really think we need to ban that card right now? Do we really need to ban Ash now? To me, we do not need to ban Ash right. I would say what what do y'all really want to ban Ash with this trap card? This trap card, brother. Ash stops cards from adding cards from the deck to hand, special summon from the deck, and sending a card from the deck to the grave. Ash is literally gonna be in everybody deck if you're going against synchro players, and um and this is for Genesis too, by the way. By the way, some of these cards are going to Genesis. I just want to let you know. And there's a lot of Dragon Archfiend synchro players who are going to pick this card up and use it. And y'all don't know what do this, like, not even Red Archfiend synchro players. This card, one day, probably like 2 months after being released, heck, if it be released in August before the World Championship, this card is going to be limited quick, hopefully. Some people say, "Oh, it's not that powerful, sir." The combo that will lead into Red Dragon Nova. Red Dragon Nova, that's what literally. And Konami know what they were doing because it even got a full art. It straight up got a full art. Let me see if I can find it. No, yeah, Red Supernova Dragon. Mind you, you can use his effect 2 times in a row. Cause Red Supernova Dragon, if a what it is, when an opponent monster declare wait, no, once per turn, when an opponent monster activate its effect or a opponent monster declare an attack, quick effect, you can activate this card effect, banish this card, and also banish every card your opponent control. Mind you, this is on your opponent first turn, turn 0, the start of the duel. The moment your opponent do something, and I'm finna get into the trap card. The moment your opponent do something, this will gonna happen. The moment the duel starts, your opponent start doing stuff. You can only activate the effect, and this is Synchro and Mercy. You can only activate one card with this card name per turn. If your opponent control a monster, You can activate this trap card from your hand. You couldn't special summon from the extra deck until the end of the next turn after this card resolve, except synchro monsters. Also, special summon one monster from your hand, but its effect are negated. Then, if your opponent control a monster that's special summoned from the extra deck, you can special summon one synchro monster from your deck. So you get in two special summon from your hand and your deck. Two monsters, material for synchro summon. And then you could choose. There are, by the way, mind you, there are certain synchro monsters, tuners, when they are summoned to the field, I think it's from the deck. That's okay if you control them. If your opponent controls special summon, you can special summon. Yeah. So right here, you can special summon one synchro monster from your deck. So if you got a monster from your hand, effect will be negated. But if you choose the right synchro monster, tuner monster, that automatic lets you synchro summon with its effect, you could synchro summon up to probably like depending amount of cards you got in your deck of tuner monsters that synchro summon itself when special summon on the field, you have potential chances of summoning 4 times. If you lead yourself to summon Red Nova, you activate Red Nova effect, banishing all your opponent card and banish yourself, then activate what Synchro Jet or something. Banishing Synchro Jet, resummon that Red Nova, and then if you try to make a comeback, Red Supernova activates effect again. Banish him, banish your field. You cook. It's over. GG's. You lose the game. Cause even this, the second effect, you could banish this card from your grave. Automatic after this card resolve, special summon one secret monster. So like I said, this trap card, hopefully depends how people play this. Red Dragon Archfiend people go abuse this. So might be limited to 2 or 1. But Ash, you, you need an Ash to stop this. You gotta have an Ash. I'm sorry to say. And we in Zesto. Ooh, I love my Zesto. Alright. So with Zesto. Oh shoot. Where is okay, there we go. With Zesto, my boy Utopia. My favorite anime is Zesto. I don't care what anybody say about Zesto. It's peak. Especially when we get into the Barian arc. Ooh. Number 39, Utopia, the Envoy of Light. Almost sound like the blacklisted soldier of the Envoy. Can't be destroyed by battle, except with a number monster. That's cool. Can't be destroyed, so only numbers. Anime effect, love it. Quick effect, you can detach materials from this card, then tag a monster you control. The first time it will be destroyed by battle or card effect this turn. It is not destroyed. Keyword, quick effect. It don't say it ain't limited. It don't say once per turn, this and that. If you got 2 overlay units or 2 materials with this number card, you can protect 2 monsters. If you put more overlay, if you got, example, 4 overlay units, 4 of your monsters are protected with Utopia. So this is a good card. When the second attack of this turn, so it could be this doing second attack or another monster does. Yeah. So when the second attack this turn, so any monster other two, you can make this card gains 2500 attack. And this is not a one time, it's a permanent. So If your opponent survives and Utopia got 5,000, next turn it could go to 75 for the second attack again. That's good. And if you do, it also gains this effect. When this card destroy a monster by battle and sent to the grave, you can special summon it to your field. That's good. So you have another attack. So Utopia, this is actually a good card. I don't know why people are hating on this card really. Some people say it's trash and garbage. It's really not. It actually like that one starter synchro monster. Any cards on the field can be destroyed by card effect or destroyed by battle for the first time. So I don't care anybody say this is a good card. And then we're going to Gaga Magician, Gaga Magic. Too much Gagagas. Too much letter. Gaga do zizo go. Like what the heck? Zababa. If this card in your hand, you can special summon both it and one other Zababa, Gagaga, go, do monsters from your hand or grave. That's nice. Gagaga Magician, Gagaga Magic, and if you do immediately you can after this effect dissolve, you can see summon one Zababa, Gagaga, go, do. Even Dijon, Heroic Champions, number Zessel or ZS. I say Zessel. I don't know what the S stand for. I think Zessel Shining or something like that. And cease monster use of these two monsters when you do treat the level of one of the monsters the same as the other monster. You're gonna use the fat once per turn. So if we got a level 6 a cease monster that's Zessel or number or Gakaga or Dotodo heroic, you can use this. Or you can even choose a rank 8. Yeah, I think Gakaga do got level 8, but you ain't gonna use that level 8 because it really ain't that good. So yeah, but it's still a good card for Utopia and I forgot the other SC deck in meta. Rylan. It's something that use Almond and other support to see summon. So it's still a good card. And we got Gaga Girl. Now this I got mixed feelings because this should have been better. You're gonna use the first and the second effect of this card name once per turn. If your opponent special summon a monster from their extra deck, you can tag one face-up monster you control and special summon this card from your hand. And then immediately after the resolve, you could see something using it and the target monster when you do this treat as a level of that same monster. And the second effect, if this card detached active a seize monster effect, you can change the attack of one face up monster on the field. Your opponent control to 0. So so that's like kind of almost like the old one. Because the old one is when you see summon, you can if you see someone with another Gagaga, that monster on your opponent monster becomes 0. I don't want that. You could have gave me if this card detach material or be a sea summon, you could negate a monster on the field. That's 10 times better, but it's still a special summon and a good effect to me. It's it's okay. And this is Gagaga Girl 00 call her that's her effect also her name is. And we get into Yuya. Now, these last two is how can I put it? They're not probably like the most hype. The most hype I probably say is from Yuki to Yuma support. So from the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh to Zesu, that's the only really cool card that we actually will like. But I'm not gonna doubt this one. Odd Eyes Pendulum of the four Heavily Dragons. I hope they will finish the Heavily Dragons. 'Cause I know they got Starting Venom, Clear Ring, and we just need a Dark Rebellion. So probably in March we get the Dark Rebellion. Hopefully during your main phase. This is the Pendulum effect, right? Yeah, Pendulum effect. During your main phase, you can destroy this card. If you do, add one Pendulum monster with 15 or less attack from your deck to your hand. Also, for the rest of this turn, unless you Pendulum summon after this effect, you cannot activate monster's effect on the field. You can only use this effect of Odd Eyes Pendulum, the four Heavily Dragons, once per turn. Pendulum summon gains these effect. Oh, so this is monster effect. Pendulum summon this Pendulum summon card gain this effect. Gains attack equal to the difference between the pendulum scale, the two cards in the pendulum zone times 3. So like 1 through 8, like that. Any battle damage your opponent take from this involving this card is doubled. So not only you get an attack boost, and when it's attack, your monster taking double the damage. If this card in your monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add this card to your hand. Then, if it was destroyed by your opponent, you could special summon this. You can special summon this. You can only use it once per turn. So, um, it's a decent Odd Eyes. I mean, it's good, but not too crazy. I mean, the fact that you can double your damage, add a pendulum card, um, attack boost, and if it get destroyed, you can resummon it back to the field by your opponent. So your opponent destroyed it, you can return it to your hand and special summon it back on the field for defense. Or if all your opponent's higher monster attack, you play back in attack mode, wherever you feel like doing. But yeah, ain't too crazy, but it's okay with me. Now we get to this one. Kind of bummer they didn't make the other one. They probably would down the road, but it's good. Pendulum effect. When a spell card or effect is activated by your opponent resolve, if you control a Magician Pendulum or Odd Eyes monster, you can negate that effect and then destroy this card. That's so this in the Pendulum zone. So you get a free. Oh, you get a free negate. Okay, so anyone. The monster effect. Oh, this whole scopes sorcerer, the scale magician. My fault. You can discard one card of the Magician Pendulum monsters, Performing Power monster, or Odd Eyes monsters. So summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can add one Pendulum monster with 2,500 from your deck to your hand. So Odd Eyes or 80 Pendulum monsters like that. You can tap one Pendulum monster card you control, destroy it. Then you can add one face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. You can only use it once per turn. Okay. So not too bad. This is actually kind of good as a free negate, but you gotta have the Magician or Odd Eyes on the field. So yeah. Now this one, I hope this effect is like an easy way to summon Zark in a better way. Yeah. This is Astro Astrograph Aster Graphic Sorcerer, the Star Magician. Pendulum effect. You're gonna use this pendulum effect of this card name once per turn during your main phase. You can destroy this card. If you do, place one pendulum monster whose pendulum scale is 1 from your hand or deck in the pendulum zone, ah, except extra graphics, but it can't activate its effect in the pendulum effect this turn. You can only use first and second effect of the monster effect of this card name each per turn. Just say each turn instead of put just its name. I already know this. If a face-up monster card you control is destroyed by battle card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, then special summon one of those destroyed monsters from your grave or face-up extra deck. That's good. During your second effect, during your main phase, quick effect, you can shoot this card, then special summon one fusion monster dragon from your extra deck by shuffling its material from the field or face-up extra deck into the deck. I wish this had the grave fusion also uh instead of the face-up extra deck, so you can summon Zark easy, but it's good. So yeah, it's a decent card, not too crazy. Now we're getting to the Code Talker, the last one of the archetype. This is Decode Talker. Bro, I keep saying instigate. It's the Instagenerate. Two effect monsters for the materials. While this card is in the extra monster zone, it gains 500 for each. Wait, not each. It should say each. But for every other link monsters in your field and grave. So you can have this OTK. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effect. Quick effect, you can tribute one monster this points to and send one sub runs from your extra deck or grave. Also, this card can make up to 2 attacks on your opponent each battle turn. You're going to be this effect once per turn. So your opponent can't target it with card effects. So that's nice. And it got potential OTK. So this is, if you compare this to the Odd Eyes, this is way better. And this artwork is, this artwork is clean. Clean artwork. Nice rarity for the. And I was wondering how they're going to do the arrows if it's a full art. And yeah, they still did it better. They still did good. I mean, I like the Odd Eye Pendulum too, but. And then the ritual ones. Oh gosh. This ritual one says Cyber Code Magician. You can reach some of this card with what's this? Cybernet Ritual. If a link monster you control will be used as a link material for a cyber monster, this card in your hand you can also use as material. So you substitute this from your hand as a link some material. If this card is sent from your hand to the grave, if this card is sent from your hand or field to the grave, you can send one cyber monster from your deck to the grave. Or if this ritual summon was sent to the grave, you can special summon that monster instead. Also, in either case, you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except cyber monsters. Once activate this effect once per turn. Good for cyber monsters. So you can add it into the maidens. And then let's get into the everybody favorite ritual card. This is Cyber Contact Witch. Bottle of 2 monsters with the same type. Oh, with the same types. Okay. You're going to use the first and second effect. This card each battle once per each card. You're going to use one first and second effect of this card name each per turn. If this card is linked summon or a monster is special summoned to a zone this card is point to, you can set one spell from your hand or face. Yeah, set one spell from your hand or face up field to the grave. Add one ritual monster from your deck to hand. Second effect, you can attack one ritual fusion synchro and cease. This card is point to special summon monster from your grave with the same type but different names. A cease, ritual fusion synchro, or cease. This is Musaagi ritual monster card, or even Dark Magician, Black Chaos, and Black Wizard Soldier support. So yeah, that's all the 18 cards that's all going to have Starlight full arts, Grandmaster rarity with no serial numbers. 18 UR cards have a Overframe. This set will be released in 3 more days, the 28th, Has the video been dropped? Probably drop tomorrow or today. Depends. Um, yeah. So this is the Heroes Over Collection 18 cards I revealed today. Uh, about I say the um 27 EST time. That's mine's. 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock basically the next day in Japan, or 9 o'clock, I think. Cause anytime I see like Rush Duel videos and other OCG sets, they drop the they open boxes early. Cause Japan do get that set early too, so it'd probably be early. And then the rival, March the 20th. And then what else? This yeah, this the heroes. I mean, this should be the heroes, right? No, that's the rivals. The heroes up top. Yeah, we got the colors. This is the heroes, but for us, thank God that we got a, a better system that these are coming in the booster boxes. Royal Collection 5. And the same how you see those cards. Actually, let me pull it back up. I should have kept it up. Uh, Matter of fact, let me find that video again. Just like how these are, the only difference. Shoot, the only difference we got between, yeah, right there. The only difference with these cards, the only thing they're gonna have is these rarity. We're gonna have URs and Starlights. So that's the only two of the rarities you're gonna have for now for TCG is URs and Starlights. So this coming TCG this way. And that's probably it for just the video. I will be dropping another video tomorrow talking about, or the next video will be about the Toon World support and how Japanese had the OCG finna drop brand new sets and other stuff. So everybody have a thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment on the video. Help me to drop more videos and to be a content creator of this, and just try new things in life. Thank you, and y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.